Think about the number of times you've shared information, such as your name and home address, driver's license number, credit card number, your social security number, or even your medical insurance number. Did you know that any of this type of information, if it gets into the wrong hands, you can be a victim of identity theft, which is one of the most nefarious crimes online? Hello, I am Griselda Pinedo, and I'm here because I want to tell you about identity theft and what you can do to protect yourself from being a victim. Identity theft is when someone steals your personal information and uses it without your permission. Identity theft is usually done for money. In 2018, the Federal Trade Commission processed over 1.4 million fraud reports, totaling over $1.48 billion in losses, making identity theft one of the most common categories for fraud complaints. Here's a tip. Knowing where identity thieves are looking for your personal data can help you protect yourself from becoming a victim of ID theft. Now, where do they get your information? Here are a few examples. One is through data breaches, so make sure you have a strong password to help prevent this. Another can be unsecure browsing, so make sure your websites, when you're visiting, make sure they have HTTPS. Another way they can get your information is through malware. Malware is a contraction for malicious software. Downloading free apps is something you should be careful about because it might have malware in it. Malware such as this can be created to damage, disrupt, or steal data. Some common names for malware is also viruses, trojans, bots, and worms. Another way they can get your information is through phishing attacks. Thieves usually use phony emails, texts, or websites to steal your information, so beware of which links you click on or sites you visit. Likewise, the same goes for spam attacks. Spam is used to gather data from users or to infect them with viruses or malware. And another example is Wi-Fi hacking. Be careful, your router can get hacked. Hackers can route you to fraudulent sites. Then they will upload malware or even use your network to attack other networks. Now, what do they do with your information? Some examples are they access and empty your bank accounts. They use your credit cards, put you in a big debt. They ruin your credit rating. Open accounts in your name, such as in utilities or for shopping. They file taxes in your name and steal your refunds. Or they can use your identity if they are arrested. They can also use your identity to obtain medical care, and the charges will go to you. Here are some clues that can tell you if you have been a victim of identity theft. You may have had your identity stolen if you have unexplained bank withdrawals, if you stopped receiving bills, if you have your credit card, debit card, or check refused, if you have debt collectors trying to reach you for unexplained charges, or charged for medical services you did not receive, or if you have medical conditions on your records which are not yours, or if more than one tax return is filed under your name. And also, although this is for extreme cases, you might also have a warrant out for your arrest for a crime you did not commit. Now, who is more at risk for being a victim? Surprisingly, the ones at risk are children and senior citizens. At least 25% of kids will experience identity theft by the time they become adults. And for senior citizens, most of them are often identity thefts through phishing scams. Now, what do you do if you are a victim? Well, the first thing you should do is to contact the card issuer or your bank as soon as possible. It's good to inform them and also get help. Also, you can check your credit reports for suspicious activity. If you determine that you have been a victim, then you should lock or freeze your credit. This can help prevent further charges or other damages. I would also file a report with the Federal Trade Commission prior to any law enforcement reports, if necessary. How to prevent ID theft? Well, here's some valuable tips. If you want to prevent it, you can freeze or lock your credit. You can also protect your social security number, strengthen your passwords, such as having a combination of 8 letters, numbers, and symbols, as well as upper or lowercase letters. Also, don't use the same password for all your accounts. Likewise, limit sharing and use caution when you do share your information. In addition, you can prevent malware by installing a security site on all of your devices. One example of this is Norton. You can also sign up for monitoring to alert you of any suspicious activity. Likewise, you can also call your credit cards. They'll send you a text if they are concerned about anything. Did you know that it could take anywhere from a few months to a couple of years to undo the damage caused by identity theft? Now that you are informed, you can protect yourself and others from being victims of identity theft.